Unveiling the meaning of store in reserve. Hello and welcome to our language learning series. Today, we're going to dive into the phrase, store in reserve. This might sound a bit formal, but it's actually a very handy phrase to understand and use in everyday English. We'll explore what it means, how to use it in different contexts, and some common examples. So, let's get started. Store in reserve is a phrase that means to keep something aside for future use, instead of using it immediately. It's like saving something for a rainy day. When you store something, you keep it safely, and when something is in reserve, it's kept aside for a specific purpose or time. So, when you put the two together, you get a powerful concept of saving something for later. In everyday life, you can use store in reserve in your daily life. For example, you might say, I have some money stored in reserve for emergencies. This means you've saved some money specifically for unexpected situations. In business and economics, in the business world, store in reserve is a common term. Companies might store products in reserve to prepare for busy seasons. Similarly, countries store oil or gas in reserve to ensure a steady supply even when production decreases. In nature and environment, even nature understands the concept of storing in reserve. Animals often store food in reserve for winter, and plants store nutrients in their roots. 1. After the harvest, the farmer stored the extra grain in reserve for next year. 2. The company stored some funds in reserve to ensure smooth operations during the market downturn. 3. Before the long winter, the squirrels were busy storing nuts in reserve. Understanding and using the phrase, store in reserve, can add a layer of sophistication to your English. It's about being prepared and thinking ahead, whether it's about finances, resources, or even your own energy. We hope this video helps you grasp the essence of this phrase and you can now confidently use it in your conversations. Until next time, keep learning and keep storing those new words in reserve for your next English conversation.